Hello and welcome to a new video, and today, it's tonight where I am, because it's evening, it's Sunday evening. I was trying to have a nice Sunday evening, relaxing, watching a bit of telly, and tomorrow will be a nice relaxing day as well, because it's a bank holiday. I'm watching the snooker final with Ronnie O'Sullivan kicking the backside of Judd Trump, and they've got the rest of the final to play out tomorrow. At the moment, it's 8-4 to Ronnie, but he's just whisking it away from Judd's Judd's clutches. Judd's kind of lost the handle on this completely. So the way Ronnie's playing, he only has to get to 18. For all I know, he could even scoop everything up and before the evening session even begins. But anyway, back to the Amico stuff, and I was making a vlog earlier on, which hasn't yet gone online because I was having a rant about something else, something I've not discussed before. And one thing I said at the start was that there's a dearth of Amico news. And well, I mean, there pretty much is. But just one thing's happened this evening, and Hans Ippisch has left the building. He's quietly left his European president role at Intellivision. Amico, no! I know DJ Game Studios said he was expecting some news to come within the week after his last Amico Forever live stream, but then he always says this. Apparently, and and so I just came across it because I just checked my notifications on YouTube. I saw Darius has made a video, and Tony TGD Geek Getaway has made a video. Now I've just had a brief look through. I know Darius's won't. I will watch both. I know Darius's won't have any sort of visuals to go with it. But looking at just flicking a few minutes in to Tony's video, I see he's got this is Hans's the LinkedIn page where they found the information. Now he's got Intellivision Entertainment 4 years, 1 month. So he's a European president from May 2019 to April 2022, i.e. last month. Well, pretty much yesterday because it's May the 1st today. As I record this. And then May 2022, he then becomes an executive consultant and advisor. Apparently that's 1 month's worth, even though May 2022 is less than a day old at the time of recording this. But then he became the principal producer at Hollow Ride. But one thing I saw on Tony's video is that you go to Google, and the top result says Hans Ippisch, principal producer, Hollow Ride, LinkedIn. No idea what Hollow Ride is, so I could look it up. While you're feasting your eyes on that, what the hell is Hollow Ride? Add thrill to every ride. Hollow Ride. Hollow Ride takes everyday journeys and transforms them into hyper-immersive experiences by combining navigational and car data with XR. Virtual reality meets the real world. So apparently you can drive along while having having VR tech on your head. That doesn't sound like a very safe thing to do, quite frankly. But then we just go to Hans's pages, as it shows now. And this was also on mentioned on Tony's page, or was it? But it might be on the Amico Reddit, which I'll come back to. You go to here now, and there's no mention of Hollow Ride at all. So, on Google it's there, yeah. On LinkedIn it's disappeared. So it's obviously still, baked into Google's cache for that, and they've made a bit of a faux pas there, haven't they? Letting the cat out of the bag. And so he's just gone down so he was an advisory board member for a year, then became the managing director and president of Europe, and then he was busted down to an executive consultant and advisor, and as they all get ready to shut up shop, and now he's he's fucked off to Hollow Ride. So they're all jumping ship one by one. Maybe Phil Adam will be off to do the Coleco Comedian 2. Who knows? Who cares? We all care, because Amico is good for the hits. But anyways, let's just have a look at the Reddit thread, and we'll just see what they've got to say on here. Okay, so I've just refreshed the page just to get the latest of what's on here at the time of looking at this. So I'll just go and add me upvote on there. As I say, I've not watched the videos in full yet, so just had a brief look at Tony's video. We'll watch that, and I will watch Darius's in time. I don't want to watch them in full before I make my video, because I don't want to end up sort of inadvertently just repeating stuff they've said without sort of thinking about it. But we'll just go through some of the reactions. No investor announcements for a move like this. Just quietly change, and F anyone who put money into this. They don't deserve to know. How very Intellivision. Tony says, it's on brand. Amico fan, not investor. In a teeny bit of fairness, at the end of the month happened on a weekend. True. There's a sliver of a chance they'll update investors on Monday. It's practically zero, but there's still a chance. Well, I'll say in the UK it's bank holiday Monday tomorrow. I don't know whether it's any kind of holiday in the US on Monday the 2nd of May. No idea, probably not, but our next bank holiday after tomorrow should be Monday the 30th of May, but they've moved it. Monday is the best day to have a bank holiday, because Mondays are rubbish at work, aren't they? But they're instead having Thursday and Friday the 2nd and 3rd of June as two bank holidays. That's because it's the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, the 70th anniversary of sitting on the throne. Yeah, exciting stuff. I mean, if I make it to 96, then let's see. Then I'll, you'd have to have the most impressive doctors around you every moment. There must be times when members of the royal family they always live to a very old age, don't they? There must be times when they've got they've almost been literally at death's door, and but then they've perked them up along the way just to keep them going. That must be how it works in that place. Sam USA Iran, Samus Iran, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. Waves in German. Gets banned. Could be worse, could be waving in Russian. Wolf, yeah, I guess the unboxing video for the German grant money didn't go over so well. Amico fan, or it went so well they no longer need someone to oversee the European sales operation. The Amico is going to sell itself? Guess not. Yeah, so, I mean, Hans, I didn't mention it, I know I've mentioned it in an earlier video when I covered it. When they just showed that run of the box products, the box editions, physical products, going off the shelf, production line. That's the word I was looking for, or two words. Yeah, we had those. So that was the one that was presented by Hans. Yeah, that worked well, didn't it? Humanity, oof. Now, apparently I heard a little bit of Tony's video, and he's got a smoke alarm going off in the background. So there's a few people mentioning that on here and in the comments on his video. Will Europeans still get their Founders Editions? No, no one will. Only Hans got the European edition. There were, well, yeah, the prototype, complete with a US power brick, with that bloody awful, excuse me, unboxing. The host from Gamescom 2021 retro area for sure. Hans made an early statement in August. Carling Lager. Not sponsored. Hans made an early statement in August 2021 that he would deliver their pre-ordered Amicos to them personally. Yeah. Oh, windy pops. Barrier Man 87. None of these clowns have class. Typical scam and scat behaviour. Tom will come out from hiding one day. He can't help himself. Well, yeah, it's true. It's like Tommy Tallarico coming out onto social media. It's like Donald Trump doing the same. Neither of them can help themselves. Scat behaviour. Depends what you mean. Scat as in scat singing. Like Cleo Lane used to do that. Boo 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 boo. Or Scatman John. R.I.P. But scat, there's something else. There's something else that's scat. I'll let you Google that, but don't do whatever you do. Do not Google it from a work computer. Anyways, Smashing Time 98. Hans is going to laugh at you all when the Amico sells 1 billion consoles from his storybook castle in the kingdom of make-believe land. May McCheese is still trying to transfer his cancelled GameStop order over. I don't know who these people are, but Hamburglar. Yeah, Hamburg. Yeah. Oh, was May McCheese was there a May McCheese, like a character in the McDonald's? I know about Hamburglar because that came up in the 80s. Hamburglar stole his pre-order. Hamburglar steals everything, the bastard. Windy pops. Rubble. T-Mac 74. I've just been watching a few bits about this whole nonsense. This Tallarico Muppet seems to be acting from the off like he's some sort of legend who's known in the wider gaming world. Yeah, that's all he seems to have been. More windy pops. God, who'd have thought one swig of lager would make all those windy pops? No one comparatively knows who the F you are. You're a no one. I don't give a fig or a republic how many ego boosts you provide for yourself. That doesn't reach the wider world. Enjoy your fruits, but you're a minuscule entity. Tiny. Yet he's waffling on like 2022 knows who the F he is. It doesn't. I'm getting a bit of a sneeze. Pardon me. Beetlejuice 7, very accurate and succinctly put summary of Tommy Tallarico. Freak Reddit report. I mean, people knowing who you are in 2022 is not impressive. Anyone can have a YouTube channel where in Intellivision's terms they start hiding videos, or Twitch stream or Instagram or whatever. I know who he is because I happen to remember him for the one video he's in for the video game years on YouTube. I think the reason he stuck out to me is because I didn't know who he was or why he was commenting on the video. It's like a lot of people when you get some sort of there's a lot of programs like that on Channel 5 where you just get various people just talking about various random things, and you're thinking, who the fuck are you? Just random people. Just maybe they're a legend in their own lunchtime, and some people know who they are. Maybe they present some obscure program on some obscure radio station somewhere, and I haven't listened to radio in about 8 years, so no one gives a toss who they are. And yeah, this sounds like the kind of thing that Tommy would be. I think the reason, so I didn't know why he was commenting on the video. I look him up, and apparently he saw that he apparently worked on music for video games at some time in the past. And I was like, okay, so that said, he claims to have worked on a lot of video game music, including like Aladdin. Who was it who bust that theory? I think it was, I forget whether it was Gatoroo's. Not Gatoroo's. Who was Gatoroo's makes the video games? Goose. It was either Goose or Ninja Kitty who busted that theory that Tommy made Aladdin music. I'm sorry, I don't sort of keep a whole set of receipts as to who did what. So one of the subscribe to both of them, Ninja Kitty and Goose, and you'll see. There's lots of stuff on their channels, and lots of good stuff as well. And you'll come across them. But some people might know who he is if they saw him at video games live. But knowing who someone is and caring who they are different things. I would argue that he might be more well known, infamous now, the Amico disaster than anything else. But you're right, he's mostly unknown by people, even among gamers. Amico fan, not investor, and yet he or anyone associated with Intellivision doesn't really have a significant presence on social media. His Facebook page is probably the most popular, but how many people under 40 actually use Facebook anymore? Is that true? I mean, I'm over 40. Sorry, I'm 29. And I recently had my 18th birthday again. God, so hardly anyone's using Facebook. Interesting. But I was watching, while I was trying to watch the snooker, I was also watching the other thing about Inside the Super Brands, hosted by Helen Skelton. She's gorgeous. And she was at it was the company they were looking at were McCain, who make McCain oven chips. Not they don't make John McCain's. McCain oven chips, and apparently the youth of today, the Gen Z, Gen Z, whatever, are the kind of people who like adding flavours to chips. Whereas I'm quite happy having chips I don't care who fuck makes them. But I'm happy having chips, just some salt on and some ketchup. That'll do for me. But today's kids want lots of today's sort of youth, 20-year-olds want lots of funny flavours on it, and they made a advertising campaign that's just for social media. So it won't go out on TV, but it'll go out on the likes of TikTok and Instagram and so on. So yeah, maybe all the kids have moved on to Instagram and TikTok and shit. Anyway, it's a huge chunk of videos on Intellivision's YouTube featured him, yet gained almost no following, says a lot. Well, I mean, they only would have gained a following the videos in terms of the information it had to impart, such as the box editions on the conveyor belt. Count Carnero, could not have said it better myself. As I've stated before, the absolute pathetic failure of his shitty dream consoles humiliated him. He may well crawl back out. Just watch. Tom can't help himself. He will defend his failed product. Mark my words. I doubt it. They'll all have their share of the $17 million they pissed up the wall, and then they'll all fuck off somewhere else. New concept, new name, Tiny Tall Amico. As in how many tall tales we've heard throughout this whole ordeal. Too many to count. Verified. Worried crackpot. When the YouTube documentaries about the America disaster appear in 2022, he'll probably ascend to the rank of Billy Mitchell and Todd Rogers. Absurd clowns known to the niche of people who are interested in gaming folklore. I've no idea who Todd Rogers is. I know Billy Mitchell is the guy who pretended to have a high score on is it Donkey Kong? But we've also got a Billy Mitchell in EastEnders on BBC One, which I've not watched for years. He's a character who used to be an absolute bastard to everyone. And then because they wanted to keep the character, they just gave him a complete personality change. And then he was nice as pie. They do that a lot. I remember many years ago when I used to watch used to watch Home and Away, the Aussie soap, which was on ITV at the time. There was it Lynn, the character, sort of older woman, who she was an absolute bitch to everyone. And then they wanted to keep the character, well, they just made her nice as pie to everyone. And yeah, it's weird when they do that, because you don't watch it for years, and then you come back to it. I just happened to see it because it was on Channel 5 as I was flicking through the channels, and she was being lovely to everyone. I'm like, so you're not the person I remember. Anyways, breaking news: Gary needs to change the batteries in his smoke detector. I presume that's Tony. Oh, does Gary live with Tony? I have no idea. Anyway, but yeah, that's talking about the video. He also needs to watch Vertigo by Alfred Hitchcock. So I say I've not watched Tony's video yet, so maybe that's a reference in there. Good reference. Good riddance to a useless fuck. Yippee Mr. Falcon. Yeah, that's in the TV, the badly censored TV version of Die Hard 2. No bearer bonds. Oh, is it not Die Hard? No, sorry, Die Hard 2. Die Hard 1. No, it is Die Hard 2. In Die Hard 1, the TV version has Yippee Kimasabi, and then in Die Hard 2, it's Yippee Mr. Falcon. It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. It's like even when one TV version in the UK would blank out the word mother and still have the fucker part. So surely the mother part is the more palatable of the two halves if you're going to pick, if you're going to stay with one. But yeah, TV is strange people. No bearer bonds for Hans Gruber. I hope they invite you to give a speech at his farewell party. It sounds like he's already left. Oh no, sorry, Tommy they're talking about, yeah. Well, who knows. Here we go. I've been made aware Hans has once again changed his LinkedIn to now remove the Holoride stuff, but its downgrade from president to advisor still remains. Tommy Pants, please print this comment. It's not pinned as of yet. Somebody needs to tell Hans, hey Pinocchio, where are you going? Came with a frame, Tony. Has anyone got the quote where the Amico box in the mail was a single greatest day in Hansy's life or something? I believe tears were shed. Amico is still on Amazon Germany. Should be delisted everywhere, but they're still scamming for cash. It's clear Phil is the only one left, getting paid to file bankruptcy. It's on several European retail websites. Some list Koch Media, who knows, as a distributor. Nobody told them either. Minsk and Boo, I feel we're getting close to the end now. That's true. The Amico is circling the drain. Hans has been sucked down the plug hole. I wonder how Reddit Shreddit will spin this development. Yeah. Plug holes in the bath. This is going to sound weird. I had a nightmare. I was probably about 10 when I had this dream, or like a nightmare. Or, I was a kid anyway. I was probably under 10. Because our parents used to, don't worry, there's nothing weird that's been happening in this. Well, I had a freaky dream, but when we were young kids, obviously to save water or whatever, the parents would just try, and because we were just tiny anyway, our parents would just put me and my sister in the bath at the same time, because the bath was big enough, and you don't really think about it when you're a kid. And then sometime there was one point where it's so ridiculous. I dreamt we were having the bath, and then as I got out, I thought it'd be such a laugh if I pulled the plug out and then the water went out and left her without any water. And I pulled the plug out and then started to get out and got a towel. And as I turned round, not only had the water gone down the plug hole, but so had my sister. And so like she was completely gone. I was like, oh shit, I'm so going to get the blame for this, aren't I? So yeah. So people go down the plug hole. It's a fact. It was in my dream, so it's not true, but it's a scientific fact. Yeah, I wonder how Reddit Shreddy will spin this development, because he's the one who's still gunning for this thing. What will DJC say? Oh no! According to paragraph 35, line 21 on the page 564 of the Germany Constitution from 1949, a president is technically not classed as an employee of a company if said company is registered exactly 235 miles away from the centre of Berlin, which is where Intellivision Europe is located. So it doesn't mean anything. Have an upvote for that. That's very good. My first thought is seeing will this have any effect on the German game development? They've been the backbone of Amico's games for quite some time now. Maybe. So yeah, it's game over, and Hans is no more. Will he come back? Of course he won't come back. But yeah, there's no Wendy Pops. Still says Intellivision and nothing else. I've got 90 notifications on LinkedIn apparently. I never go on LinkedIn. It's a waste of time. Well, apart from today. But yeah, that's a bit of weird stuff going on there. Anyway, what do you make of it all? Please let me know in the comments below. In the meantime, please like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, click on the bell for all the notifications. Thank you, Genesis.